if she understands that you're not just gonna sit there and just take stuff, or as some brothers threaten foolishly, well, I'm just gonna get another wife if you don't do this. One, that's childish to say. If you're gonna get another wife or want to marry another wife, then do that. Warning, viewer discretion is advised. The content, views, and educational material you are about to experience could challenge your belief, trigger strong emotions, and frankly, piss you off. This isn't for everyone. If you're not ready to confront new ideas, or if your feelings bruise easily, this might be the time to click away. Expect to be challenged, to think, and you might even want to scream at the screen. Proceed with caution, and remember, you chose to be here. Let's get it. Assalamu alaikum, peace. I'm Coach Nazir. I'm one of the founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as one of the authors of the book, Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored, with my wives, coaches Fatimah and Nyla. Now, here's the thing. I want to share something with you. It's not necessarily a secret, but I want to share with you one of the main complaints I get from clients, all right, whether they are practicing polygyny or they are in monogamy. The thing is, they're being too nice. Too nice. Here, let me ask you like this. I'm speaking to the ladies right now. What would be the repercussions of a relationship if a man felt his woman was going nowhere? So his wife, she going nowhere. No matter what he does, she's going nowhere. How would you feel about that? So he could cheat on you, beat on you, do whatever, but she ain't going nowhere. Is that going to enable him? Will his ego get a lot larger? Yeah, probably. He wouldn't have a care in the world, would he? Because he knows she ain't going nowhere anyway. Now, here's the thing. Same thing happens on the other side. The challenge, though, is a little different because men are more solution-oriented. And they get raised on things like girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. Right? And you have to always protect and always do these things, never raise a hand to them, all these things, open the doors and be chivalrous to girls and to women. Normal stuff, right? But what happens when that gets abused? Well, now it's a marriage and the man is too nice. He can't do enough. He provides, he protects the fam. They're not wanting for much. Yet, the level of respect's not there. Or he's dissatisfied in certain areas, but he's trying to figure out, okay, we're arguing, well, what did I do wrong? Seeking self-awareness to see what's going on, but that's not reciprocated. So from the other side, it's, oh, you don't do this or you don't do that. You're not with the kids enough. Or, we need more money for this other vacation. Or, my friend needs this and my parents need that and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So he's really being utilized as a tool or a resource, yet can never measure up because you're being too nice, bro. See, the same thing applies to you as it does to her. You should recognize that if there's no fear of you going anywhere else, then her head is going to get big, get swollen, and she will weaponize things against you. It's natural. It's part of our egos and the whispers, the whispers that we get. We're humans. Somebody's not going somewhere, somehow we find a way to end up oppressing them and doing something wrong. However, if she understands that you're not just going to sit there and just take stuff, or as some brothers threaten foolishly, well, I'm just going to get another wife if you don't do this. One, that's childish to say. If you're going to get another wife or want to marry another wife, then do that. All right. Now, I know some wives see it as competition. They see that as, oh, well, I don't want somebody to do this, or I might feel inadequate. If I'm not doing this, then he'll do and go grab another wife. He wants to get another wife anyway, sis. He just may not be qualified right now at the time. But the fact of the matter is, he's already programmed for that. But don't make it easier for him if you have that concern by being somebody who's difficult to get along with, who's not appreciating him. Similarly, bruh, if you're too nice and trying to figure out, well, what did I do wrong or what can I do better for her in order to do some basic things, then you need to reevaluate your relationship. Many people are too nice. I know a brother who's married well over 20 years. He married a sister, wasn't necessarily attracted to her like that, but he figured, I'm going to marry her because of the deen and spirituality and background. They had 3 children together, had a horrible marriage for about a decade of those years, probably even more. I would posit to say more. I remember when they initially had gotten married and she was kind of taking over and he was learning some things. He considered himself like a male feminist, if you will, until he really learned relatively recently over the last few years that he was living in his full femininity during most of his marriage versus in his masculinity. And a woman does not want to be married in general to somebody she could walk over, somebody she could push over, somebody she actually is leading. Whereas her normal role in her full femininity is in the supportive role and in the looking to demand for leadership and direction, security, allowing and comforting him, nurturing him, providing that peace. So yeah, things can be all the way backwards when you're too nice. Because when you're too nice, you're too accommodating, then you're no longer leading and concerned about the strong vision for the family forward. And I'm not, again, just talking about with polygyny expanding your family. Know another brother, too nice. What happened? Oh, she cheated. They ended up getting divorced, took the kids, left them destitute and heartbroken. Another situation, not until polygyny was mentioned, all of a sudden the issues that he was complaining about for the last 10 years, all of a sudden just happened to get fixed within 10 days. I'm just saying, don't be too nice. Yes, praise, reward, love, good behavior. When it's good, it's all theirs, what you want. You operate and recognize it. Praise it, that's what you want. But when it's bad, it's ungrateful, it's disrespectful, it's pushed to the side, it's non-reciprocal, call it out. That drags on, your level of respect is going to go down over time. You're not going to be respected, and she wants to respect you and wants you to say no. Put your foot down, exercise your authority, and lead your family. Now, don't mistake that for being a tyrant. Don't go from one extreme of being soft to a whole nother extreme, trying to be thinking that you hard. You Denzel on Training Day now. King Kong. Yeah, finish the sentence. So we have to remember something, especially as Muslims. Sometimes we look at the Prophet ﷺ and the Sunnah as though he was just very soft and complacent and mild-mannered this entire time. But we forget certain aspects of his life, especially when he was challenged by and had issues, marital issues with his wives. I mean, many don't know the whole situation when he went and basically left all of them for almost an entire month. More different ayat were revealed regarding that. Or what about the situation where Aisha radiallahu anha thought she was better than Khadijah radiallahu anha and tried to put herself there. But she saw something in the Prophet ﷺ who checked her and reminded her of all these beautiful, wonderful characteristics and blessings that he received from Allah Ta'ala through Khadijah radiallahu anha. That did not come from any of his other wives. That was the last time she had anything to say negatively about our mother Khadijah radiallahu anha. These things matter. She saw the Prophet ﷺ upset, turning red, and he snapped off. So let's not forget, we're humans. We can err one way or another. We're going to err. But the best of us who do, the best of us who turn to Allah Ta'ala in repentance, those of us who work to have better relationships, those of us who work to be balanced. So if you're too nice and always accommodating and always solving things, you may need to fall back if that's not reciprocated. If it's reciprocated, great. But if it's not, just know you may be extreme on the bad side, even though you think you're doing good. It's more harmful than helpful. I remember that because in maybe third or fourth grade, somebody had gotten a chrysalis. Now, some people say cocoons, right? Butterflies don't come from a cocoon. Moths come from cocoons. But a chrysalis or chrysalis, I've heard it pronounced two different ways, is the process that a butterfly goes into. Again, looks like what some people call a cocoon, but it's not. It's chrysalis or chrysalis, however you pronounce it. Maybe you can help me with that in the comments. But I remember that one of the kids told our teacher that he wants to help it because he saw it was moving. It was like a little hole. So now this butterfly was attempting to come out. So one of the kids is like, I can just help it because it was inside a jar and it was in our school classroom. We're looking at it and we're waiting for it to come out, or hatch as we called it, right? And as it was coming out and it was just kind of, you could see part of the wing and all that kind of stuff it's coming through its chrysalis, right? And the teacher let us know, he said, you can't help it out, because if you help it come out, then it's not going to be able to build up the strength that it needs in its wings and get every part of its wings activated, and won't be able to fly. It'll die. And I was like, whoa, you telling me if we help this thing out, we think we're doing something good, we have this intention to what we think is to do something good, is actually harmful and will hurt it and will lead to its death. Unfortunately, many marriages are being helped to their death by somebody being overly kind in the situation, assuming that the other person isn't going anywhere. And the reality is we all are. Every last relationship we have will end in tragedy, by death. But if it's meant to be, then we'll be reunited after death, inshallah ta'ala, in Jannah. So the moral of today's story, don't be too nice that lead to the death of your marriage. Be balanced. Be in the middle. Be intentional. Be outstanding. With that being said, make sure you put in the comments, butterfly. Yep, butterfly, image of a butterfly, icon of a butterfly, or chrysalis, whatever. Let me know how to pronounce it properly. That lets us know that you watched the entire video, supporting what we're doing, and we, of course, appreciate that. So if you want to increase your education, make sure you grab the book. Let's Talk Polygamy.com is where you can get it at. I'm Coach Nazir, and I help people get their shift together. With that being said, Assalamu alaikum. Peace.